Have you ever seen a tire-shaped robot dog speeding down the street faster than you can run? Or cops using cloaking gear that makes them vanish like they're straight out of Harry Potter? From exosuits that give soldiers real-life super strength to spy beetles that record everything without being seen, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's real, it's here, and law enforcement is already using it. So join us as we take a look at 15 insane gadgets that cops are using now. Number 15. Byrna HD. The Byrna HD isn't just a gadget. It's a modern, non-lethal weapon designed to disarm threats without causing lasting harm. It looks like a compact pistol but fires round projectiles filled with a powerful irritant. Instead of using gunpowder, it relies on CO2 cartridges similar to those found in paintball guns, giving it the punch to launch projectiles with force and precision. When those projectiles hit, they burst into a thick cloud of irritant powder that can disable a person from up to 60 feet away. It's more effective than pepper spray and has a greater range, giving officers the space to de-escalate dangerous situations safely. Small enough to carry like a flashlight or a phone, it's built for quick response and easy access. Its design prioritizes practicality, not intimidation. The Byrna HD gives police an edge in tense encounters while protecting the lives of both officers and suspects. When seconds matter, it delivers results without crossing into lethal force. Number 14. High-tech helmets. At first glance, these helmets don't look like much, just normal helmets, until you realize they're reading body temperatures from 16 feet away. Developed in Shenzhen, these high-tech police helmets were originally built for facial and license plate recognition. But when COVID hit, they evolved fast. Now they scan crowds in real time, detecting fevers and flagging potential health threats in seconds. They're equipped with thermal cameras, Arkansas software, and a built-in alert system that pings the officer when someone's temperature crosses the danger line. No handheld scanners, no stopping people in their tracks. Just a quick sweep through a crowd and the data rolls in. These helmets can process up to 200 individuals per minute, ideal for airports, public events, or anywhere crowds gather. At nearly $6,700 apiece, they're not cheap, but when it comes to detecting outbreaks early, the price is nothing compared to the cost of missing a threat. It's wearable tech with a mission: prevent chaos before it even starts. Number 13. Nimbo Patrol Robot. Nimbo doesn't sleep, doesn't blink, and doesn't miss a thing. This fully autonomous AI patrol robot is designed for continuous surveillance in places where traditional security just can't keep up. Outfitted with high-resolution cameras, infrared sensors, microphones, and real-time scanning systems, Nimbo can detect motion, follow intruders, and issue verbal warnings all on its own. If a breach happens, it doesn't panic. It streams video directly to security personnel and, if needed, even calls for drone support. It's built for everything from shopping malls to office parks to warehouse districts. It rolls smoothly across a variety of surfaces and never drifts off task. Nimbo doesn't need a lunch break. It doesn't take days off. For businesses, it's a long-term upgrade from static cameras or sleepy night guards. It handles patrols, monitoring, alerts, and even communication, all without breaking a sweat. And while it may look like a gadget from a sci-fi film, it's already active on the ground, and it means business. Number 12. Digital Doggos. These robotic dogs don't bark, don't bite, and don't hesitate. Created by Boston Dynamics and used by the NYPD, they're designed for jobs too risky for humans. Fully remote-controlled, these four-legged machines move with animal-like agility, equipped with cameras, sensors, lights, and two-way communication systems. When officers face an unknown threat, like a suspect barricaded in a building, they send the digital dog in first. It climbs stairs, weaves through debris, and gives officers a full view from a safe distance. These machines aren't just for show. They've already been deployed in hostage situations and crime scenes. If something explodes or collapses, it's the dog who takes the hit, not a human. Critics worry about surveillance, but for cops on the ground, it's about safety. These units don't just reduce risk, they change the strategy entirely. Instead of charging blind into danger, officers now have eyes and ears inside before ever crossing the threshold. They're not pets. They're guardians with gears. Number 11. Bosena Riot Control System. When a peaceful protest turns volatile, few tools can restore control without risking escalation. The Bosena Riot Control System is built for exactly that. It's a mobile, wheeled vehicle equipped with an extendable barrier that stands up to 12 feet tall. This isn't just a wall, it's a moving command post that shields officers while pushing back unruly crowds with force and precision. The structure is tough enough to absorb impacts from thrown objects like bricks or bottles, and wide enough to block off entire streets. It comes loaded with cameras for live monitoring and a mounted water cannon to disperse crowds without lethal measures. Built-in speakers let officers issue warnings or instructions, helping de-escalate before things spiral. Operators stay behind cover, watching everything from a safe distance. There's no guesswork, just coordination, protection, and direct crowd management. The Bosena system gives law enforcement the ability to take space without confrontation, control momentum without violence, and stay protected without backing down. Number 10. Exo-Leg Onyx. Exoskeleton. The Onyx exoskeleton doesn't make soldiers stronger. It makes the heavy weight feel irrelevant. Built to assist military and law enforcement personnel, this wearable machine focuses its support on the lower body, especially the legs and back. It doesn't lift weight for you, it distributes it so efficiently that it feels like you're carrying a fraction of the load. A 400-pound burden starts to feel like just over 20. Sensors embedded at key joints track the user's movement in real time, allowing the system to respond instantly. When a soldier lifts, climbs, or walks long distances, the Onyx adjusts with each shift in balance. The result is less fatigue, fewer injuries, and far greater endurance. The exoskeleton is smart too. It uses built-in AI to predict what the body's about to do and shifts power accordingly. In operations where failure means injury or worse, this kind of mechanical backup turns physical strain into a manageable task. It's not just gear, it's evolution on legs. What do you think about it? Well, let us know. Number 9. Bounce Imaging 360. The Bounce Imaging 360, nicknamed the Pit Viper, is a tactical camera disguised as a softball. Inside that small shell are 6 thermal cameras that combine to create a full 360-degree panoramic view. It's built for chaos. Places like collapsed buildings, active shooter zones, or disaster-struck environments where every second counts and visibility is zero. When the ball is thrown or rolled into a space, it instantly sends live video back to responders outside. The system stitches footage in real time, giving police and rescue teams a clear view of what's inside before anyone steps into danger. Whether tossed through a window, dropped down a stairwell, or slid across a dark hallway, it holds up under pressure. It's been tested in everything from rubble to hostage situations. The Bounce Imaging 360 doesn't just gather information, it makes fast, smart action possible. Built rugged and reliable, it turns blind corners into informed decisions, giving tactical units an undeniable edge when lives are on the line. Number 8. Bulletproof Origami Shield. It folds like paper but stops bullets cold. Engineers at Brigham Young University created a lightweight bulletproof shield inspired by origami, and the result is something officers can carry, deploy, and trust under fire. Weighing just 55 pounds, the shield unfolds in seconds into a curved barrier that can protect up to 3 people at once. It's made from 12 layers of Kevlar and shaped using the Yoshimura folding pattern, giving it strength and coverage that flat shields can't offer. Unlike bulky ballistic shields that struggle with mobility, this one covers more area and holds up against shots from high-caliber handguns, including the .44 Magnum. Even bullets aimed directly at the folds and hinges failed to break through. The impact force gets distributed across the entire structure, absorbing the shock without compromising protection. In tense moments when reaction time matters, this shield turns into a lifesaver fast. It's practical, durable, and doesn't sacrifice coverage for portability. Number 7. Cyborg beetles. These aren't robots shaped like bugs. These are actual beetles, alive, breathing, and wired up with micro-tech. Japanese researchers, led by aerospace engineer Dr. Sato, have figured out how to control beetles using gentle electrical signals sent directly to their nervous systems. They've built tiny photovoltaic panels and AI modules into these insects, letting operators guide them remotely while keeping them alive and functional. The beetles can crawl and fly through spaces that drones and bots can't even enter. In collapsed buildings, narrow vents, or tight caves, they slip in unnoticed and send back live feedback. Their bodies do the moving. The tech does the tracking, and remarkably, the modifications don't interfere with their lifespan or behavior. It's biology and robotics meshed together, quiet, efficient, and borderline unsettling. These aren't spy drones pretending to be bugs. They are bugs just enhanced. No buzz, no flash, just silent surveillance that can perch on your wall and vanish before you ever notice. Number 6. Snakebot. The Snakebot is exactly what it sounds like. A robot that slithers like a snake and moves with eerie precision. Its segmented body allows it to twist through tight corners, crawl under debris, and climb over uneven surfaces without losing mobility. But what makes it unsettling isn't just the movement, it's the fact that each segment can operate independently. If it's damaged or split, the rest keeps going. It's built for environments no human can safely enter: unstable buildings, enemy zones, disaster areas. Equipped with cameras and sensors, it sends back live video, maps, and environmental data in real time. It can maneuver through ventilation ducts, pipelines, or collapsed structures and still deliver critical intel. The Snakebot doesn't break under pressure. It adapts. It's used for search and rescue, surveillance, and any mission where stealth and flexibility are everything. In missions where sending a human in would be a gamble, this robot goes first, and if it falls apart, it just keeps crawling. Alright guys, now let's talk about number 5. Robotic police dogs. The RTG is a 275-pound robotic police dog developed by Jiang University and Logon Technology in Shenzhen. It's built for real work, not labs or showrooms. This machine rolls through the streets at 22 miles per hour and takes hits like it's made of steel nerves. Crashes, falls, rough terrain, none of it slows it down. It's fully designed for law enforcement in eastern China, where it's already proving its worth. The RTG isn't just fast, it's tactical. It can track suspects, identify threats, and engage in crowd control without hesitation. Equipped with net guns, tear gas, and audio systems for remote commands, it acts as both a scout and enforcer. It's also waterproof, which makes it ideal for unpredictable urban environments. There's no handler walking beside it, no leash. Just a fully autonomous, purpose-driven machine doing the job of a small patrol unit. It doesn't bark, it doesn't flinch, and it doesn't stop until the task is finished. Number 4. Mobile Spike. High-speed chases look dramatic on TV, but in real life they're a dangerous mess for officers, suspects, and everyone on the road. That's where Mobile Spike steps in. It's a spike deployment system mounted directly onto a police car. No more tossing strips across highways or slamming vehicles from behind. When the pursuing officer gets close enough, they trigger the Mobile Spike with a switch. A small arm extends out and delivers a row of spikes directly into the tires of the fleeing vehicle. But this isn't a violent blowout. It's a controlled deflation. The tires lose air gradually, forcing the suspect to slow down and stop without crashing. It keeps the pursuit quiet, safe, and smart. No roadside chaos, no risky maneuvers, just a clean end to a potentially deadly chase. For officers, it's a safer tool. For everyone else on the road, it's the kind of upgrade that turns reckless pursuits into manageable arrests without the pile-ups or the headlines. Number 3. Pepperball Blast. The Pepperball Blast is what happens when riot control gets smarter. It doesn't rely on brute force or loud warnings, it works through calculated irritation. The launcher fires compact pellets packed with powdered capsaicin, the same compound that gives chili peppers their burn. When the pellets hit a surface, ground, wall, or target, they explode into a cloud of eye-watering, lung-burning discomfort. It's not lethal, it doesn't leave lasting damage, but it absolutely clears a crowd. Unlike tear gas, it can be deployed in a single direction, limiting unintended exposure. Officers can fire one shot or a rapid burst, depending on the situation. It's small enough to carry easily and simple enough to use under pressure. In volatile situations where tensions run high, the pepperball offers a fast way to take control without pulling a trigger or charging into chaos. It forces people to back off, think twice, and disperse, without anyone ending up in the hospital. That's real control without crossing the line. Number 2, BolaWrap 100. The BolaWrap 100 looks like a harmless gadget, but it delivers precise restraint at the push of a button. It's a handheld tool that fires an 8-foot Kevlar tether at lightning speed, wrapping around a suspect's legs or arms to prevent escape or resistance. It doesn't injure, it doesn't intimidate. It simply entangles the person, bringing them to a controlled stop without force. The tether shoots out at 380 feet per second, fast enough to catch someone mid-run and bind them before they get another step. Small hooks on each end latch onto clothing, making the wrap secure without causing cuts or damage. Officers can fire it from 10 to 25 feet away, staying safely out of reach while resolving the situation. The BolaWrap is designed to calm chaos, not fuel it. It's already being used in departments across the U.S. as a smart alternative to tasers or physical takedowns. When the goal is control, not harm, it gets the job done cleanly and fast. Number 1. Invisible suit. It sounds impossible until you see it in motion. Developed through a collaboration between researchers in Canada and China, this invisibility suit bends light and electromagnetic waves around the wearer, making them almost vanish to the naked eye. It doesn't just blend in, it practically disappears, mimicking the surroundings with uncanny precision. The technology relies on metamaterials, specially engineered to manipulate how light behaves. Instead of reflecting it, the suit curves it around the body, turning the wearer into a walking blind spot. What makes it even more advanced is its ability to absorb radar and other detection signals, converting them into harmless heat. It's not just about visual stealth. It's about vanishing from sensors entirely. This level of cloaking gives officers an edge in operations where surprise is everything. No glow, no shimmer, no sci-fi nonsense, just pure tactical advantage. The suit was developed using principles introduced by physicist John Pendry, and now it's pushing police operations into territory once reserved for movies. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.